95 degrees Fahrenheit, and we'll deal with our odometer later in the vlog. There's Linda, and we're headed off to do our business. Hey, you're missing. Shoot! By the way, don't go to this. Okay, no more than 10 minutes late. Usually they give you 7 or 8. Don't cut my leg off. There you go. Oh, we got the peach iced tea. There you go, love you. Here, kissy, kissy. Here, one more. I don't want to lose my important stuff. Whoa. Got it. All right. So, Linda's got an interview. But I spent quite a bit of time last night watching some YouTube vlogs. They're mostly like the most disturbing things happening. Excuse me. The most disturbing thing that happens at like a campsite, or the most disturbing thing that happens, or the most disturbing thing seen on a dash cam, or the most disturbing thing. The camping ground one went on for quite a bit of time. And there was like some like well, not really werewolf sightings, but you could hear them. Never really see them. You could hear them in the distance. And then there was like a troll sighting. You could actually see the face of the troll. There was also the most disturbing abandoned house visits seen, I guess, on camera or whatever. People that would go into abandoned houses and come across other people, which is the most scary thing. And then there's some cave dwelling sightings and stuff like that. But I thought, you know, if we get a hold of these right people for Grace, aka Werevlog, then it's alluded in the script that can be advanced. You know, where they're sitting around talking about a werewolf sighting, or they show some of it or something like that, you know. But what I like about Jaws, Steven Spielberg's Jaws, is when Robert Shaw talks about the sharks. When he gets off, he falls off, well, he talks about it. You only picture what he goes through. That's what I think is amazing about that movie. So they're all sitting there, Richard Dreyfuss, Robert Shaw, and Robert Schreider. What's his name? Roy Schreider, Robert Shaw, and Richard Dreyfuss. They're all R's. Roy Schreider, Robert Shaw, and Richard Dreyfuss. And they're drinking, they're talking about things, and Robert Shaw's like, I'll never wear a life jacket again. And they're all like, what? And you hear the bell. Ding. Ding. You know, on the ship. And he has this long monologue written by John Milius. It was turned into Spielberg. And it pretty much made the movie. He talks about how a torpedo slammed in the side of a cruiser. You know, that he was in a I don't know if he said aircraft carrier or battleship. I think maybe he said aircraft carrier. Starts off talking about the USS in Indianapolis, when the Jap torpedo slammed in the side of the ship. You know, and he talks about the ship going down and the way that he talks in the whole entire monologue. And he's got this bite and rhythm that maybe sounds maybe Irish or Scottish or something. And he's got this thing with his tooth right here. He's talking. I'll never wear a life jacket again. And he goes through the whole thing, and then that's when I saw my buddies bobbing up and down in the water. And when that tiger shark would come in to make his bite. The eyes roll up in its head. They're like black doll eyes. And the doll eyes, you remember, and you could see the images of the sharks attacking his friends in the boat. That made the movie. Because they didn't go there. It wasn't non-linear. It just told the story. And then it gets quiet. And then there's something happens, and the shark is slammed to the side of the boat, I believe. The whole entire movie, you can remember it almost linear. Well, not the whole movie. No, I'm not going to lie. You can't remember the whole movie linear, but you can remember segments of it, and you can remember moments, and you remember doll's eyes. So a good movie, you always remember words, and you remember images and things like that. But Spielberg only had them sitting there, and then there was a bulb, like, kind of swinging or something. The boat was already kind of falling apart. It's kind of a tale of The Old Man and the Sea by Hemingway, where they're dragged out to the, into the ocean and by this monster, this shark. In Old Man and the Sea, of course, it's a swordfish, and this one is a shark. Anyway, it's just a lesson to be learned. And something like that we could do, I think. A story about a werewolf. Now, the werewolf story is old. It's an old story. But I can promise you this, I feel the same way Spielberg feels about the failure. Because the fear in Jaws, and I talk about it a lot, is he kind of knew the shark wouldn't really work. They needed it as a mechanism. They needed it to work. And he was pretty sure there was a chance that people would think this is like the stupidest movie that they've ever seen, which isn't that bad of a thing. He could have recovered. He had Close Encounters eventually. He had, what's his other masterpiece? He has many masterpieces. E.T., which moved all of it. It moved me, it moved all my friends. My cousin is probably into filmmaking and runs a television station because of Spielberg. I probably am doing this because I was affected as a kid by the movies, especially E.T. It's hard not to cry in E.T. and try to understand the alien. And then, of course, he's got other masterpieces like Schindler's List, which is hard to watch. And then, of course, one of my favorite war films, Saving Private Ryan. He kind of has that reoccurring moment. He's a good basis. You know, what he is he's Sophocles. We talked about this before. Aeschylus is George Lucas. He focuses a lot on scenery and on special effects. While Spielberg loves the perfect story. That would be Sophocles. And then, Woody Allen's Euripides. So is, well, David Lynch. I'll have to think about David Lynch. He might be a combination of all of them. What's the song?
Girls just want to have fun.
You sure girls want to have fun?
Yes.
All right.
And that was my mom's song, so I got a little distracted. But I'll let her know.
I believe you. Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good one. We'll go listen to it. So while in this, inside the boat in Jaws, they're comparing scars. So Robert Shaw's character, and I should know the character's name. I'm sorry, I'll have to go back. Is basically, showing him a scar, from an accident that he had. And then, Richard Dreyfuss, he plays a scientist, he's like, I got that beat, and he shows his arm. I think Robert Shaw goes back and talks about an arm wrestling scar that he got. And the Chinaman pulled him over. And he's like, oh. And then, he's like, okay, I got that beat. And he shows us his leg, and there's a bull shark that scrapes against the calf of his leg, Richard Dreyfuss' character. And then he shows his leg, Robert Shaw shows his leg, and it's a thresher shark. And Roy Scheider has one line, thresher? And it's like a shark. And then it continues on until finally we get into the USS Indianapolis, and that's the long monologue. So it goes somewhere, they're comparing scars. They're comparing their battle scars from their missions in life. And then it ends with this horrible story about a naval ship going down and sharks getting them. Now, remember, with Albertsons, it's free delivery.
What we have canned pineapple?
Or you can go with this from here. Watch that fella. That's it.
Don't you love the taste of pineapple? I'm not gonna buy things so don't harm me.
Back in the day, they're $1.50. Yeah, they were like 50 cents or 20 cents or something. When my grandma, she was like, "Oh, I'm going to give you some
False
Mindy
advertisement.
some lemon pie Mindy Loos, and we get some chocolate Mindies." Here we go. Okay. The devil. It's like squashing a bug.
I'm an
When
angel.
I got
What you
my
gonna
Jesus
do?
mug,
What you gonna do
the
when
devil.
they come for you,
It's like
bad
squashing
boys,
a
bad
bug.
boys?
Oh, come. The devil. It's like squashing a mug. When I got my Jesus mug, the devil. It's like squashing a bug. When I got my Jesus mug.
This is supposedly 0.68 pounds. Let's see if it matches the scale, y'all. Welcome to Please Subscribe Show.
I don't know. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, I see it. Just way over the corner. All right, here we go.
Make sure there's tier, T-A-R-E.
You have to press the button. Try just putting it on there.
I
Oh
don't
my
think this
gosh.
is for us.
We could type a little screenplay right here.
I don't think this is for us.
You just go like this.
Hey, don't grab it. You're gonna put it there.
Okay, it's got the weight. What is it? What are you measuring?
The weight.
It's already measured for you.
But I want to see if it measured
Correctly.
the weight.
Yep, it did.
No, it didn't.
0.775. Yeah, it's
0.60. You're putting your finger on it. You're putting your pressure on it. Where you have to make sure it's equalized. I think we're supposed to be using this one. Where's the one with the
I'm
vegetables
trying to
where you're
see.
making damn
Yeah.
bananas or some shit?
Okay, hang on for a second.
See, it's off. See, look, that's the
Hang
tear.
on.
T-A-R-E.
It's
not
saying
right.
680. It's actually under. That's saying 770. So this is under. They do that on purpose so there's no discrepancy.
No, that's over.
Right. Right. So you're paying less. It's a deal. This is 6.8.
No, you're paying more, but you're not listening to me. Look, it's not equalized. Look, it starts at 0.50.
Right.
So you add that number to this. So it is correct, almost. Just there.
All right. Either way, it's not exact. All right. I've been instructed to check out the toilet paper because sometimes they have good deals at Albertsons. Got it. Yeah, they got soft stuff. Could have mega rolls. There's Quilton Northern. Well, Angel Soft's always a bargain. Then there's Mega, just mega softly. If you're gonna poop, you want to go mega softly if you can, if possible. Signature. If you're gonna make a signature, do it on toilet paper. It wasn't approved by Linda. She said nothing more than $4.99, but we're gonna leave it by the Ripples because if you're gonna have some Ripples barbecue, you're gonna buy the toilet paper, especially with the honey. That looks cool. Alright, so at Albertsons you buy one and you get a whole platter for free. Petite sirloin. We'd be spending that amount. Not bad. She's very good at finding this stuff. Very good stuff.
Where's the toilet paper? You're welcome.
Alright.